Police just rolled up, looking in our car, shining lights. He's gonna come over here, and I'm gonna shine my light back in him. May I help you?
You familiar with this car?
That's my car.
It is?
Well, actually, you know what? I don't answer questions without an attorney present. May I help you?
What are you doing in the parking lot?
May I help you? I don't answer questions, officer. You are being video recorded. And I'm gonna ask you again. May I help you?
Let's talk about RAS, folks. Reasonable articulable suspicion. That means in order for police officers to detain you and ask for identification, they need to have RAS. Reasonable articulable suspicion. Also, they need to have SAF in order to take you into custody. Single articulable fact. That means somebody called and said that you committed a crime and identified you, or maybe the officer has seen you committing a crime. Other than that, you do not have to ID. In this video, you're gonna see some civil rights violations. It's crazy, folks. I'm not gonna hold you up. I know you want to see the video. Go subscribe to Wendy and James Johnson's channel. Let them know I sent you. Here we go.
What are you doing in the parking lot, bro?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. You have any idea on you?
I don't answer questions. Have I committed a crime? Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Do you have RAS? Do you have RAS? Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Yeah, you're in a parking lot after the business is closed.
I'm gonna give you guys a little spoiler alert here. These folks actually have permission to be on the parking lot. This video is about to go from bad to worse, and it keeps getting worse as the video plays. Keep watching all the way to the end. You don't want to miss what happens. Keep watching, folks.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal? Is there a sign? Suspicious? Is that a felony or a misdemeanor? Do you want to make headlines? Now I put my light down since you put your light down. Do you see these plates? I have transport plates. I don't answer questions. I have not committed a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? If so, what crime do you suspect me of committing?
Do you have any idea?
I don't answer questions. And I'm going to tell you, you can see transport plates. You see these are Altec vehicles. You can see my car is hooked up to that truck. You're not getting in my car, bro. Bro, you're not getting in my car. Call 911. Call my 911. He's you see you're being recorded?
Open the door right now.
Give me your phone so I can record.
You see quality drive away?
Door right now.
I have transport plates on the front of my vehicle. I am shut down. I'm not getting out of here, bro. I'm not getting out of this car. There's an officer over here threatening my life, my safety, and my liberty. He's trying to get in my car. He's trying to break into this truck.
No, we're transporters. We're from Alltech over here on Elizabeth.
They came over here demanding ID. They
Keep your hands up where I can see them now.
All right.
send a state trooper over here or somebody. Your door locked
I need
too.
a supervisor
We don't have to
over
get
here
out of here. We need a
ASAP, please.
supervisor ASAP.
Oh, they're gonna get a supervisor out there, folks. But he's actually worse than these dummies.
We're over at Sam's
I need a
Club.
supervisor.
We are
Get your hands
transporters
up
from
now.
Alltech.
My
Our hands
hands are
are
right
up.
here.
I'm videoing everything.
Go
Get our hands
live
up. There's
on
three
this.
officers.
These guys
There's three
are
officers out here
terrorizing.
threatening
You're
us.
scaring me. I'm not armed. You got a gun. They got us with our hands up. They're getting us
We're
unlawful
surrounded
orders.
right now. We are transporters
We are
from
transporters.
Alltech, Elizabethtown,
We got two brand new
Kentucky.
Altec.
There's
My
no
car's
non-parking
hooked up,
signs.
bro.
We are shutting
You
down
can
for the
read my
night.
plates. I don't have to get out of here. I haven't done anything wrong.
They're trying to get us out of the vehicle and everything.
My-
We have not
I haven't
committed
done
a
anything
crime.
wrong, bro.
We haven't done anything wrong.
I haven't done anything. Look, let's remain.
I'm sorry. We are parked. We are parked. We're not driving. This is no ID
We have
state.
the right to remain
I'm
silent,
sorry.
bro. And
I
right
can't
now,
hear you. I can't
you
hear
are
you. I'm
committing
sorry.
deprivation under the code of
telling
law.
us-
I address you and I demand you to cease and
A
desist.
sergeant is on the way, she
This
said.
is deprivation under the code of law. I haven't broken any lines, any laws.
Okay, we haven't done
What is your
anything.
name and
We're
badge
sitting in
number?
our truck. We
You're a
just shut
public
down for the night,
servant.
getting
You're
ready
a
to eat our
public
Taco Bell.
servant. What is your name and badge number, sir? I don't even know if these real cops. They won't even tell who they are.
They won't tell us who
I
they
don't
are
care
or
about
nothing.
that, bro. I don't know if you the cop. Anybody can get a badge and a gun and a fake thing. I don't know that. I haven't done anything to you.
They're sending a supervisor. I mean, a sergeant.
Y'all demanding somebody scaring us, talking about get our hands up. You got your hand on your gun, bro?
They're sending a sergeant.
Ma'am, exit the vehicle.
Why do you have your hand on your gun, sir?
Ma'am, exit the vehicle now.
What
Bro,
crime have I
I don't have to
committed?
identify myself. I haven't broken any law. No, I don't. This is
You
not.
have to commit a crime. I haven't
Is that
done
a
anything
felony or
wrong.
misdemeanor?
I'm stopped here. I haven't done anything wrong. And your badge number and your name.
My badge number is
Name and
139.
badge number.
T Mentor. Okay,
All right.
I got it.
Team Mentor?
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you. You know why? Because you address yourself. We are citizens of the United States. We the people. Let me finish. We the people. You work for us. He works
That's
for us.
not correct,
This is
sir.
a public servant
That's
who
not
will not identify himself.
That's not
This
correct.
other guy is over here
Listen.
threatening. He's menacing me.
Per Supreme Court ruling, when you're requested to exit the vehicle, whether you committed a crime or not, you still have to
What-
exit the vehicle.
Why-
Upon request,
that is a
you're
traffic
failing-
stop.
That's a
This is not a
traffic stop.
traffic
It's not
stop.
true at all.
We-
Who's right here, folks? The police or the man? Pennsylvania versus Mims says that the police officer in a traffic stop can pull you out of the vehicle for officer safety and even pat you down for weapons. But Pennsylvania versus Mims doesn't say that an officer can just go around and go on a fishing expedition and pull everybody out of their cars just because they want to. That is not the law. Keep watching, folks.
We are shut
And
down
is our
for tonight,
vehicle-
bro.
Is the vehicle running? Is she in control of the vehicle right
The
now?
vehicle, we are
Is
parked,
she in
and we
control
are
of the
shut
vehicle? Is the
down for
vehicle
tonight.
running? Is the vehicle running?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay. Well, you
And
can
I
tell
sit
that
there
to
and
the
see, I
judge
try
when
to talk
go
to you and be
jail.
reasonable, but I'm
Both
going to
of you are
exercise my
gonna go.
constitutional rights,
Okay.
which I exercise all my constitutional rights. We the people.
Listen, we don't make the law, we enforce the law. We also
What
enforce
law
the
was
Constitution.
broke? You took an oath, bro.
Suspicious vehicle.
You took an oath to
Suspicious?
protect.
Parking lot.
These
You
are
took an
suspicious?
oath. Let me ask you
These
a
are
question.
suspicious
Did you
vehicles?
not, or did you take an oath to protect the United States Constitution?
Yep.
To
Also
protect.
took a law to
Let me
uphold the
finish. Did you
Constitution
take an
and
oath?
to enforce the laws of the
These are
state.
What
suspicious
laws were
vehicles.
breaking?
These are suspicious
You're
vehicles
requested to exit
now.
the vehicle.
These are brand new vehicles. You know they was picked up right off the road.
Stupid cop can't even answer if the man's broken any law. This is the problem out there with police, folks. They think they can do what they want.
I don't know where
But
they
let me
picked
tell
up
you,
at.
You
did
can
you
read
take
the
an oath to
plate.
protect
You
my
can read the
rights?
plate.
Did you take an oath to protect my rights, sir?
Yeah, I also took an oath to
What is the
protect
First
everybody.
Amendment?
Is there any no parking signs?
Can you
in
quote the
parking lot?
First Amendment?
This is something that I point out a lot on my videos. Police officers don't know the First Amendment. The First Amendment was written to protect your human rights, folks. Why do you think police officers shrug it off? They laugh it away. They call you a sovereign citizen. Oh yes, they're gonna call him a sovereign later on. But they absolutely do not know the First Amendment. How did we get this far in America, folks? How stupid are we?
Is it,
Can you
there
quote
no
the
parking
Fourth
lot?
Amendment? Because if you pull me out of this car, if you threaten to arrest me and pull me out of the car, you violate my Fourth Amendment right there.
So
I also have a
listen,
fifth. Let me finish,
we can
sir.
get you out of the car.
Let me-
We're going
let me
to if
finish.
You don't listen. You can
Let me
either open
finish.
the door
You're
and
not
let
in
us get you
control
out.
of this.
Right
You're gonna
now.
keep it
Now
on
you're
shut.
hollering
Right
at me
now,
like
you
I
can
said
either
there
open
said.
the door or we're going to
What's
get
your
you
name
out.
and badge
Those are
number,
your
sir?
options. Sergeant McCall 117.
All right,
open
can
the
I
door.
ask you a
This
question?
is the
Go for
sergeant.
it.
This is the
Have
sergeant.
I broken any laws?
I don't know why they're
You're
out with
being
you, boy.
recorded.
You
You're
can
alive right
run
now.
We're
in.
sitting here.
This
We're
is why-
shut
Can I
down.
ask
We're
you-
shut down for the night. We're transporters.
Do cops seriously have to turn everything into a pissing match? They're always in a hurry. They're always angry. You must comply within 3 seconds or we're going to brutalize you. Makes absolutely no sense, folks. And then they always come out with, we got a call. Are they angry that they got a call? Are they angry that they have to do a job? I mean, let's think about this, folks.
We have
This is what it's
transport
called.
plates.
We're getting ready to eat our food from Taco Bell.
Get out of the vehicle now.
Wow, really? This is what's
You're
going to happen?
recording him?
Yes, he's definitely being recorded. He is inside my vehicle, opening the door.
Get you out of the
We have
car.
not committed a crime.
Get out of
We
the
are
car.
sitting here.
Get out of the vehicle.
And he's pulling me out of the vehicle. He's pulling me out of the
Will she be
vehicle.
arrested if not?
He's pulling.
Get out of
Am
the
I
vehicle.
I'll
detained?
get arrested.
Am I
You're being
detained?
detained.
Am I?
Get out of the
I'm being
vehicle.
detained.
You're being detained?
I'm being detained.
Get out of the car.
Wow. Wow.
You're about to go on. You're about to go on the ground. You better stop resisting. I promise you, you're gonna have a rough fucking day. Quit pulling against me. I'm taking your phone. Like 15 bodies out here. Relax. Y'all would just listen when people tell you to do something. You wouldn't have an issue. Is it? Ready up female. Hold on. You say it's private property. It's not yours, right? Wow. It's okay. We'll take care of everything. I'll get your phone in a second. Per Supreme Court ruling, you're in control of a motor vehicle. The vehicle is running. You have every opportunity to put that vehicle in drive and take off, run over either one of the officers out here. Got out with you because you're just sitting in the parking lot. We don't know what that car is over there. We don't know what any of these vehicles are or who they belong to. There's two people sitting inside. Let me finish talking. You're sitting in a vehicle. You are in control of the vehicle. Do you understand that? We request you to exit the vehicle. You refuse to exit the vehicle. So, per Supreme Court ruling, when you're requested to exit the vehicle, you are supposed to do so by law. You understand that? So you're not going to answer any more questions? Okay.
Can I have my phone?
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. If you're not afford an attorney, won't be provided for you. You can stop questioning any time by requesting to consult with your attorney. You may have your attorney present with you during question. You understand all of these rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a seat.
Mine, baby.
You're being detained right now. Step up from here. Anything like this, I'll put in Your phone is in your pocketbook, okay? Okay, I'm using the backs of my hands. I'm going to pat you down, okay? So you're upset. I know you don't want to act like this. Are you doing it just because he's acting like that? Be honest with me. Is that why you're acting like this? Because he's being tough?
I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I just know we have rights. I just don't understand all of it. I don't understand it all.
Here, have a seat. Understand. Alright. You're sitting in a vehicle. The vehicle is running. You are in possession of the vehicle and you're in control of the vehicle. At any time, you could have put your foot on that brake. You could put it in gear. You could have took off. Could have run us over.
I wouldn't hurt no.
The other, I understand. I'm not saying that you. I'm saying you could have. Okay. The other officers requested y'all to exit the vehicle. Y'all refused to exit the vehicle. We have the legal right to extract you from that vehicle, and we only have to give you one opportunity to get out. Okay.
I thought you had to commit a crime.
No, ma'am. So you're right now. You're trespassing because you're on personal property. You're on private property.
They give us permission to park here. So how we? I don't
How do we know
understand
that? How do we know that?
It asked us. The ones that come up started demanding us to get out and the ID and all this stuff, and we didn't know what happened before you even came. Nobody asked us anything. They just said, "What are you doing?" And then they said, "Give me ID," and then get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle.
Okay. Well, and you're in, like I said, you're in control of that vehicle. To be in control of that vehicle, you have to produce an ID. You have to produce a driver's license. Okay. Regardless if you're just sitting in it. Now, if you were just sitting in the vehicle was off, probably wouldn't have been that big a deal. But we've got a transport vehicle over here. Then we have you sitting in the driver's seat. Okay. And like I said, the vehicle's running. We gotta know. We don't know what's going on. I come up here to back them up, and y'all are over here yelling with the officers.
Because they come up there and started demanding get out. That's my truck. It's the windows busted. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
Your truck, or is that just the one that you're transporting for all day?
It's the one I transport. So I'm in possession of it though. So.
Do you have an ID on you? Is it in the truck anywhere?
To the truck in my
Are you
wallet.
okay if I go and retrieve that out of there? Okay.
Yeah, it's on top of. It should be on top. It's black and white wallet.
So you, I'm gonna ask you again. Are you, with your rights in mind? Okay. Were the reason why you were acting like that is because he was acting like that? Be honest with me. Because you were fine.
I mean, I do it because he's teaching me about your rights and telling me about stuff you have. So that's
the way he is teaching you right now is incorrect. People do not need to act like that. That's what's wrong with the world today, is people do not understand. They understand the law and they know how to preach about it and everything else. Like the First Amendment right is the freedom of speech. The Fourth Amendment right is the reasonable expectation of privacy. I know those. I went to the academy for those. Listen, this is my job, but I need you to y'all to understand that is not okay. That's how people get hurt, is because people are defiant against us.
But we didn't do anything wrong. That's
It
what I
doesn't
don't
matter. You're
understand.
sitting on private property. We don't know that y'all have been given permission. There's nobody here. So who are we supposed to get in contact to have permission to know that y'all have permission to be out on the property? Okay? And they're requesting that the other officers are requesting that y'all get out. And all I hear is yelling in the background. So I'm thinking, okay, well, something's going on. Okay. Where's is your ID in your wallet? Okay, where's your wallet located?
It should be on top of it. It's a black and
On the
white
dash?
wallet. Yeah.
Okay.
It should be.
Okay, hang tight for me.
All right.
Yeah, that's on a Chevy Cobalt.
So he's kind of explained to you as far as the whole getting out of the vehicle thing and all that, and from what I understand, you're kind of learning stuff from him. Okay, all right. You asked about like the reason for us to ask you to get out of the vehicle. He's mentioned it before.
Hey, there's nothing in here I'm going to find that's going to hurt you
No,
or anything.
no,
drugs
no,
or anything
no,
like that.
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Is your ID in the big zipper pocket here?
No, it should be.
Then in the front, please.
Just you can look. You can go through the whole thing. My ID's in there. You might have to just filter things
Dig
up
around
and
for it a
find.
little
Yeah.
bit. There it is.
As this officer says, there are Supreme Court cases such as Pennsylvania versus Mims, Maryland versus Wilson, lots of Supreme Court cases that say if an officer is out on a traffic stop or checking a suspicious vehicle like this, and we ask you to step out of the vehicle, Supreme Court even says so that we are well within our right to have you step out of the vehicles for both our safety and yours as well.
And like I said, the biggest thing is you're in control of that vehicle. If something were to happen and you drive off and you kill one of us, you're looking at even a bigger charge. That's the thing you've got to take in mind. Like I said, he's teaching you how this sovereignty stuff, and that stuff don't work because people say they understand the law, but they don't actually. You can read all the small cases, but you got to read the Supreme Court ruling, which is a federal regulation for us. Okay, when you're requested to exit that vehicle, you have to do so, or you will be extracted from that vehicle.
I just thought you had to commit a crime.
No, man. Like I said, you're on private property. We don't. Like I said, I told you 4 times now.
I
We
know.
don't know that
You
y'all
didn't know
given
that we had permission.
Y'all never said anything about having permission. We don't know who to call to get that y'all have permission. That's the biggest issue right now is when y'all are requesting the exit vehicle, just do it. Because guess what? Had you done it, we'd be out here. But now we're going through this.
Reasonable suspicion that a crime may either be taking place, is going to take place, or has taken place. Doesn't mean a crime has to actually have taken place.
Right.
So, and that's another court case. That's Terry versus Ohio.
Sam 97919
Just go to show you. Just be careful what other people are trying to teach you, especially if it's any type of sovereign ideology or anything like that.
This is where we begin to really understand how police officers work. Recently, we've seen in a video that this woman officer says this is going to be fun right before they kicked down a door and tackled an old lady to the ground and messed her up pretty bad. You see, these officers will state things like Terry v. Ohio, Pennsylvania versus Mims, Supreme Court laws that we can use this type of force on you. But when you seem to know your rights and state case law, they'll call you a YouTube lawyer, sovereign citizen. And the brutality that they do to the people is one thing. But when they cop-splain, it's another thing, folks. This is where the video gets really ugly. Pay very close attention.
It's going to get yourself jammed up. I mean, you can look on the internet and look all over and see just how those kinds of cases where people try that kind of stuff, they fall through all the time because they're not upheld by the courts.
139 is from Wendy Johnson or Lexington. He's enforcing clear.
Hey, Ms. Johnson, do y'all have paperwork showing that y'all are transporting those for Alltech?
Yes.
Where's it at?
We're going to run all these men in
What's that?
It's a manila envelope, and I believe it's in the middle, down in the floor.
So, can I just tell you a little backstory? Back right after the first of the year last year, I had a female that stole one of those trucks.
Aw shit, here we go. Now she's got to sit there and listen to this cop tell fairy tales. I'm sure after this, he's going to go home and watch Marvel movies. More fairy tales. This guy probably thinks it's him in the movies. A superhero.
Okay. She traded off with another guy. She was in a stolen vehicle with a stolen tag on it. She traded off that truck. They ended up finding it all the way on the other side of Indiana. They took it to a shop. So that raises hair on my neck to begin with, because one of those vehicles, we couldn't put 2 and 2 together to figure out that the vehicle was stolen.
Right.
And we didn't find out until later on that morning that it was missed from the lot. There's millions upon millions of dollars worth of trucks out there, and they're easy to access. Okay.
We just picked them up over there at Alltech.
About what time did y'all pick them up?
We left a lot because we had to get a jump because both of them was dead, so we had to call in breakdown.
Okay.
And when the breakdown got there, we got done with everything. It was probably about 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30.
Okay.
We got to keep trucking, then we had to do 2 of our log books.
Well,
And we picked them up, and we're headed to Idaho.
you're going to Idaho?
Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, that truck's going to have to go back to Alltech so they can put a new window in it.
I know.
That sucks because that's another customer's vehicle. Okay. But
Come out of my bond money.
have we just listened? I think this would have went a lot smoother.
If you had just listened, I think this would have gone a lot smoother. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Because a police officer tells you to do something, you have to do it. Do some jumping jacks. Roll around on the ground. Oh, you think this is a joke? How about what's your name? What's your address? What's your social security number? Sit on the ground. Keep walking. Keep moving. Don't record me. You're interfering. You're too close. A lot of these things are unlawful. So do you really have to listen? Should you just listen to police?
Okay, like I said, all you had to be like, hey, we're transporting these vehicles, we're going to Idaho, we just stopped over here because we're about to eat. Here you go, here's the paperwork showing we're transporting, we'll be out of here in a few minutes when we get done eating. Bam, done. That sovereignty stuff doesn't work, okay? That gets people in bigger trouble because then they get the resisting, the disorderly conduct, failure to follow reasonable instruction by law enforcement, that automatically quantifies a misdemeanor, okay? Hang tight for me. Are you okay if I grab that manila envelope out of there?
Whose car is that that's hooked up to this?
Mine.
I couldn't hear your answer. What time did you say you guys picked these cars up?
We got there, it was probably about 5, but we had to, the batteries were dead on both of them. My dispatcher said the Alltech was already closed, so we had to go ahead and call it a breakdown. Because usually if the battery's dead, they'll send the person over to the jump box to jump them. Because with cold weather, it makes the batteries die. So we had to wait for breakdown to come, and by the time he got hooked up and everything, so we towed the vehicle everywhere we go. And by the time we got hooked up and everything, we left out of there about 10:30. We went over to Walmart, bought a couple extra pillows, come over here, ordered DoorDash, got Taco Bell, and it just came a few minutes ago, and we were just waiting, getting ready to eat, and call it a night.
Okay.
They told us Safe Haven, Sam's Club, which I always call to make sure, and we always check to make sure there's no signs or nothing that says you can't park, an overnight parking or tow or anything, and Walmart and Sam's Club was both good. So we came over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your, you mentioned your dispatch. Who is your dispatch?
Michelle.
I got an Idaho.
I'm sorry, one second.
Comes back on a 2021 Ford.
Say it again.
Michelle.
White in color.
Like the name of
Northern
Michelle?
Lights Incorporated.
Munley,
It is
M-U-N.
L-E-Y.
You got a good phone number for him?
I got the work number, but it's in my phone. I don't know any phone numbers by heart.
Okay. If we grab your phone here in a minute, can we look it up and...
It's in her pocket, it's in her front left.
Okay. Are you okay with us helping you find that number?
Yeah.
It's showing the location
Give me your
of the
phone here.
14 City Drive. Idaho.
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's the correct.
Hey, did the company give you the transport tag to go on your Cobalt?
No. It's a combination vehicle, so they said we got to put a plate on the front and one on the back because we go through tow booths and weigh stations.
Which one were y'all talking about? Are you talking about the other truck up there?
Yeah, his truck. That's his truck.
That tag is a transport tag because it's a combination. The two of them together makes it a combination. They have to do that because of the size.
Did you check to see if the tag on the back of the Cobalt matches the front of the
Yeah,
vehicle
see
it's
if that
attached
tag on
to?
the back of the car matches the
They,
F-550.
I believe they'll match.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with us bowing out of here and
Yeah.
okay, just swipe up, right?
Yeah.
This is what saddens me about this video. Those folks weren't doing nothing wrong. The cops escalated it. The sergeant gets there, makes things worse. These folks explained that they had permission to be there. That should have been the end of it. It should have never started to begin with. This is what happens when we hire too much police and they have nothing better to do than to go out and mess with innocent people. They lose trust in everyday people every single day. And that's why they have to use propaganda, folks. Back to Blue, Blue Lives Matter, Blue Bloods, yada, yada, yada. Many of you guys have been duped into thinking that they're automatic heroes because they have that uniform on. They turn it into a costume. Bad police officers make it hard for good police officers. I get that there's good police officers out there trying to make a difference. That's why we put transparency in the channel name. But what we're seeing video after video is disgusting. We need to see better than that. We need to see better officers stepping up to the bad officers and putting them in check. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go subscribe to the original channel link. I'll put it in the description and in the pinned comment. Have a blessed day. Subscribe and hit the bell. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.